Motorcycles and camping. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. Both are founded in ideas of individuality and freedom. They allow you to break free from the mundane fugue state that can plague the middle-class human existence. Yeah, I am talking to you with your cushy 9-to-5 job in your house in suburbia with access to frivolous luxuries like walls and indoor plumbing. You've gone soft! A motorcycle camping trip can help you attain peak levels of autonomy. Just you, your two-wheeled machine, and 600 bungee cords. Motorcycle camping will give you plenty of time to reset your noggin and allow it to momentarily return to primitive instincts. You'll be forced to ask yourself questions like, how am I going to eat dinner tonight? Or where will I be able to take a shit without being killed by a predator? Opposed to camping with a car or a truck, motorcycle camping requires to be even more minimalistic in your loadout. You will have to make do without creature comforts like that Patagonia-clad campers from the tech startup that have packed away in the roof tent atop their fully loaded Toyota Tacomas. That being said, let's take a look at some of the ins and outs of motorcycle camping so you don't end up lost, dead, or eaten by backwood cannibals. Today's video is brought to you by our community at yammynoob.co. I'll talk more about that later in the show. Before we get started, take a second to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on our war on electric motorcycles. Oh, and don't forget, we just launched our Sportster Roadster giveaway. Man, that is hard to say fast. If you want to get max entries for the month, click the link down below. Go to shop.yammynoob.co where you can use the code LOVEMEDAD, all one word, for 10% off on any purchase and max entries for the month. Will the Sportster win your dad's love? Only one way to find out. Alright, so you want to go motorcycle camping. The first thing you might be thinking is, can I even go motorcycle camping on my bike? For most styles of bikes, it should be doable with enough dedication and bungee cords. Again, they're going to come in handy. Although there are definitely some motorcycles that are going to be better suited depending on exactly where it is you plan to camp, the easiest motorcycle to camp with will be an ADV bike. I mean, sure, you might see them always parked in front of the trendy new bar in the high-rent district in your city, but camping adventures are practically what these bikes are designed for. They're often equipped with hard luggage for lots of waterproof storage, built-in navigation systems, and dual sport tires so you can pretend like you're Obi-Wan stunt double in Long Way Round 4. A dual sport or scrambler is another good option if you need to be doing any off-road riding to get to your campsite. These bikes have plenty of aftermarket racks and luggage options for strapping down your gear, but bear in mind a dual sport usually isn't the best motorcycle for sustained highway riding. It can totally be done, but it's just not that great. And you're going to hear all the sport touring and adventure guys say that you can't possibly do it. Even a cruiser will work just fine for camping if you don't intend on ripping down any serious off-road terrain. A Sportster or a Road Glide can definitely make it down a gravel road. Don't worry, guys. They can easily accommodate saddlebags and sissy bars, which have plenty of catch points for securing your equipment. Really, the only no-go motorcycle for camping would be a sport bike. There isn't enough room on your Gixxer 1000 to accommodate those 40 missing IQ points. I doubt you will have any room left for camping gear either. And if you're going to be spending a lot of time in the saddle getting you to your destination, a sport bike probably isn't the most comfortable bike anyway. I'm sure people have gone camping with their sport bike and are going to tell me all about it in the comments, but plenty of people do stupid stuff all the time. I'm just not going to recommend it. So we know just about any motorcycle can be capable of moto camping with the right preparedness. Let's look at some gear you would outfit on your motorcycle before hitting the open road. While bungee cords are honestly one of the greatest inventions ever created by man, they typically be saved as a last resort for spare items or extra security when packing up your bike. Rock straps work great too. The best and easiest option for motorcycle camping is getting your bike outfitted with proper storage. It'll be a lot easier to find and access all of your things and save you lots of time instead of strapping everything on one by one with bungee cords, making your bike look like it was bound and gagged by the dominatrix at the underground BDSM club. The first piece of luggage that is a game changer for motorcycle camping is a tank bag. A tank bag is perfect for your smaller personal items like your wallet, cell phone, keys, sunglasses, any other items that you'll need access while en route before unloading all of your gear at the campsite. We have a couple cool options over at shop.yammynoob.co that work for most bikes. The Nelson Ray commuter bag is a fan favorite, quickly attaches to most motorcycle gas tanks and has a clear packet on top for keeping an eye on directions from your phone or a good old-fashioned map. If you're in the market for some new gear for your next motorcycle trip, then you should browse our selection of luggage and toolkits on shop.yammynoob.co. But before you do that, you should go ahead and sign up to join our community at yammynoob.co. Not only will you get to hang out and chat with other riders that probably know the best spots to motorcycle camp in the entire world, you will also be able to get 10% off your order at shop.yammynoob.co. Memberships are as low as $5 a month, so with your discount on gear, the cost of membership will pay for itself. Plus, you'll get to watch our live streams, contribute to the Yamcast, and of course, be entered to win one of our giveaway motorcycles. We have 4 sweepstakes going on right now, and when you sign up as a member over on yammynoob.co, you can rack up up all your entries for all these sweepstakes. So head over to Yaminu.co, the subsequently shop.yaminu.co, and see what it's all about. Alright, once you've got your tank bag squared away, you're going to want to have some saddlebags or panniers. Depending on how hard you get off on giving your dealership all your hard-earned money, you very well may have bought the branded ones when you first bought your bike. If your motorcycle doesn't come equipped from the factory to accommodate model-specific luggage, there are plenty of universal options that will work great as well. The best thing about universal saddlebags is they often don't even need to be bolted on, they're just held in place by the seat or a strap or two. Strap-ons are great because they offer the functionality of the real thing without the commitment of permanent installation. Wink wink. Saddlebags like the Kuryakin Momentum bags we have for sale on our shop can be an awesome option if you want to take an occasional longer trip and otherwise like your bike to be clean and stripped down and not fully decked out like the GS's in front of the Starbs. The last piece of luggage you're going to want is some sort of storage on the rear of your motorcycle. If you have a fully built ADV bike, I'm sure you're going to have the hard trunk that matches your panniers, but if you're going on a different bike, you'll have to determine which option is best for you. You get a tail bag that straps onto your rear fender similar to the tank bag up front, or if you got an edgy cruiser, you can get one of those goofy sissy bars that looks like you're trying to catch a TV signal from outer space and just strap a bag to it like you're straight out of Easy Rider. Or you can have a rear rack and secure any of the old duffels you already have. So now that you have your luggage squared away, let's fill those puppies up. Before we talk about camping gear, you will need here a few motorcycle specific accessories that should not be skipped when heading out on any longer motorcycle trip. One of the most important things you can pack is a motorcycle toolkit. We have a whole video where Spite shows you how to build up a perfect toolkit for your motorcycle if you want to go back and see the specifics on that. They're a great starting point and are going to give you 90% of what you need. They come with necessary size wrenches, Allen keys, screwdriver, and other bits and bobs you need to fix common basic things that might get busted on your bike while you're out in the great outdoors. Alongside your toolkit, you should bring a tire patch kit. A patch kit can be a total lifesaver if you get a puncture, and most of them are super simple to use and don't take up much space at all. You should pack a small tire inflator that can be wired to your bike battery in order to pump a patch tire back to the necessary PSI. Lastly, it could be beneficial to wire in a USB charger if your motorcycle doesn't come equipped with one. Not only will you want to keep your phone charged up so you can keep your Neopets fed and stay in touch with your online girlfriend. No, I totally believe you. I'm sure she's real and not a 60-year-old man catfishing you with photos he got off the internet. But it is also important to keep your phone charged in case you get directions or in case of making a call of an emergency. If you want to go an extra step, you can even get a satellite communicator in case you get into a real serious pickle while outside of cell service. I do recommend keeping a GPS monitor on you. Like I mentioned earlier, you will have to be a lot more discerning when packing for your motorcycle camping trip. You won't have space to bring a big air mattress, hentai body pillow, or a full hibachi grill. This means you will need to do a little bit more planning so you know how to pack accordingly. Will you be staying at a campground that has access to potable water and a picnic table, or will you be rustic camping on state land with no resources other than what you brought yourself? Will you be able to stop and eat food at a restaurant along the way, or you'll be subjected to freeze-dried camping meals? These are all things to consider that will affect the way you pack. No matter what, you will be able to bring a form of shelter, like a small tent or hammock depending on the location you'll be camping in. There are plenty of tents small enough to fit neatly into a pannier or strapped to the back of a rack on your motorcycle. Or even better, if you're riding with a buddy, you can share a tent and save room with one of the bikes. It's a lot easier to pitch your tent when you've got a buddy there lending a helping hand. Hammocks are a good option as well, as they take up even less space on the bike, but you will obviously need to have trees on which to hang it. You also won't have enough space to accommodate storing any other items inside a hammock like you could in a tent, but no matter what, you will need a compact sleeping bag. Make sure it's rated appropriately for the temperature you'll be sleeping in, as not to freeze off your nuts. If you really want to be comfortable, you can pack a small collapsible bedroll for extra support if things start to get really serious. Once you've pitched your tent, you'll have to determine your options for eating and drinking. If you will be rustic camping, you'll have to bring a few more things with you. If you don't know, you won't be at a site with a potable water. Obviously, bring water for cooking and drinking. You need that in order to not die. Depending on what you intend on eating, you may have to bring a cooking supplies as well. You can bring a small propane stove with a pot or an all-in-one device like a jet boil. Or you can be a true mountain man and cook your kids' cuisine right there on the open fire. The easiest thing to eat while motorcycle camping or backpacking are freeze-dried camping meals that just need to be reconstituted with hot water. But if you don't dig astronaut food, there are some other simple meals you can make too. But this isn't a cooking channel, so you'll have to figure that one out on your own. No matter if you're eating at your campsite or on the way in, you're going to want to have a fire. I mean, you can't go camping and not have a nice romantic fire, so make sure to bring a lighter, maybe some quick fire starter, and if you don't think you can get it up au natural, a small hatchet for chopping up logs and branches. Motorcycle camping may seem daunting, but just use common sense and take your time to plan and be prepared. The most important thing is to make sure your bike is equipped for the journey and has the storage capacity to bring all your necessary gear, and then the rest is just like normal camping. Make sure you have a dry place to sleep, water to drink, and food to eat. Plan ahead and pack accordingly, and you'll have a blast. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and click the notifications bell if you want to stay up to date on our daily, sometimes twice daily, uploads. Fact: female ferrets die if they do not mate once they go into heat. When a female ferret goes into heat, their bodies produce a high amount of the hormone oestrogen, which will continue to be produced en masse until she has mated. Having such a high quantity of oestrogen for a prolonged period of time will eventually result in aplastic anemia, which is caused by the damage sustained by the bone marrow and bone cells by the high levels of the hormone. So yes, you can be so horny that you die. Goodbye.
Keep watching anime.